Are you insane, Sergeant? You know Vixie's not going to say 2 words to you.
I'm not the one going in, Sadie. They are.
Well, that'll be something at least. She seemed to take a real shine to you the other day. Is Laura okay?
She's fine and back home. Bad tip.
Figures with all this chaos going around, it's like people are trying to stir the pot. Here's your visitor's pass and you know the drill from here.
Good luck, Detective. I'll be outside making a few calls.
Right this way. This town is so small that I'm surprised that this person is able to blend in so well, committing all these crimes. Even scarier to think that even in this small town, we could get it so wrong. I feel lucky that I work here, and that it's barely full. But sometimes I wonder, if we could have got this wrong, what else don't we know about? Here we go. A2693, on your feet. You've got a visitor.
Hello, Detective. I've been expecting you. Sorry about the scare before, but it got my point across, right? You know, I've had a lot of spare time in this cage. Time to think and time to process everything your little friends at the FLPD missed. Speaking of, is the sergeant ever going to pay me a visit? I heard that there was a promotion just after my incarceration, and I wanted to congratulate them in person. Obviously, it's well
The
deserved.
sergeant is busy dealing with other important issues. I doubt they'd have the time.
Such a shame. If I were busy for 15 years straight, I may consider searching for a new job. Stress is so bad on the body, after all. I can imagine the FLPD had quite the handful after that little stunt someone tried to pull on you. Making a fake call in order to cause a commotion. Some people just can't leave well enough alone, huh? I can imagine it gave whoever got Laura out of the house quite a shock to see a squad of armored police charging the home.
You're saying that someone wanted Laura out of her house? What for?
Something that was once lost, but now is found. I can imagine how frightened they must have been to discover it has already seen the light of day. Someone who has more of a story than I do, if you could believe that. It makes me a little envious to think that there's actually someone in Fort Lutherow more famous than me. I've even been in the news. You see, I've just finished reading Charlie's article about me. The publishing company thought it'd be a fun idea to send me an early copy before it goes on the shelves tomorrow. It's rather dry, if you ask me. The article, apparently, is called the little nickname that Charlie gave me. The Cheshire Cat. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's my bewitching smile and lovely eyes that just draw you in for more.
Or, it's because you say things like, something that was lost but is now found. How is that any good for the detective?
Oh, Sadie, you crack me up. The detective is much more sharp than you give them credit. Call it a good vibe I'm sensing from you. They're getting more than enough from the epistles than they think. Besides, the more vague I am, the more they'll all want to keep stopping by.
Stop wasting their time. We've got a murder to catch.
Oh, it's much more than just a murderer, Sadie. You don't think that this town has enough secrets as it is? Take you, for example. Without even realizing it, you're also in the middle of a big secret. People like us, who believed in others, trusted others. It's almost unfair that we got treated this way, isn't it?
What on earth are you going on about? What secret?
I'm certain that this is now becoming a waste of time for the detective. So, what can I tell you about what to expect next? You've already learned about Laura and her mysterious note, Charlie and his story going national, Jason thinking he knew Bruce better than anyone, the 16-year-long escapade, which I now know is still going strong, Nathan's anger towards Bruce's death, and how both the sergeant and chief got promoted right after I was incarcerated. The plot thickens, but the catalyst of the story has yet to even happen. But I can imagine you're all in quite a rush to get to the ending. This town is full of interesting people, and there's always one force that drives people further than humanly possible. Fort Luthero's first murderer. Is it me? The sister who read all the diaries?
What about me? Am I a part of your little web of information?
It's not pertinent to the investigation. Look, Detective, I'm sure you have many more questions for me, but it looks like our time together is coming to an end. And I have a small favor to ask you. Make sure you've thoroughly checked the Colosseum, where all the young warriors were trained for battle. Because I have a sneaking suspicion, just like last time, somebody missed a spot. Have a good day, Detective. Hope to see you soon.
You able to glean anything off that girl? She's got a way of sneaking under your skin. I don't know where she'd get all this information from. For the last 15 years, all she does is read and watch TV. All the other inmates are too terrified to approach her. Can you blame them? Would you want to spend time with someone who talks like a kid bedtime story?
That was quick and a useful info. She knows exactly how everyone is related to the case, and that note was another big factor.
She also said she'd want to meet you. Seemed disappointed it was just a detective.
Why on earth would that girl want to talk to me?
I guess you'll have to find out for yourself. She even had a copy of Charlie's article delivered to her this morning. She didn't look too impressed.
This is getting us nowhere fast. Did she at least mention a riddle with something for us to go off of? Check the Colosseum where young warriors would train to battle. Well, it's definitely something. Oh my god. Let's roll, Detective.
Wait! What is it? Darn it. I'm gonna have to wonder about that all day.
I've got it. At least I hope I do. Colosseum, where the young warriors would train to battle. Where do any modern-day warriors train? The gym. It's gotta be the high school's gym, because she said young warriors. The Colosseum has to be the football field. I'm pretty sure it also has a locker room specifically for the different track and field sports. It's the middle of winter, so no one's used it since the last day of school before the break. Let's get out there and check it out. Then we'll call a patrol to dust for prints if we find anything. Finally a step in the right direction.
Oh, hey, Sergeant. Detective. How can I help you?
How long you been out here, Sam?
In a few hours. The camp for kids starts next week, so I'm here organizing the equipment. Is everything okay?
I hope so. Mind if we look around?
Not at all. I'll be in the office getting my paperwork set up if you need me.
No problem. Over this way. Here it is. The locker rooms. Okay. I have no idea what we're looking for, but there has to be something here. The carpet doesn't look new, and I'm not seeing anything else that's strange. Let's come over to the showers. The tiles are all sparkling clean. There's no way we'll be able to get a read on anything here. What's that? The drain? Oh, you're a genius. Here's a bag for the drain cover and the screws. We'll need to get this to the lab ASAP and see if there's any DNA we can pull from this. What about the vent filters? You really think we'll find something in there? I guess that's true. If the bodies were dismembered by a saw, the particles of bone would be so light they'd fly up and get stuck in the filters. Nice work, Detective. I bet this is the key we were looking for all along. Let's head back to the car and radio the precinct.
Sergeant, before you go, I wanted to apologize for what happened the other night. I don't really have any excuse for myself, and I'm in no position to ask for favors from you, but please, don't tell Sadie.
Look, Sam, I know you've got your own stuff going on, But my concern is catching a murderer before they strike again. I'm not going to tell her it's none of my business. Listen, I need you to head home for the day. My crew's going to need to borrow the locker rooms for a bit.
Sure thing. I'll just grab my paperwork and take off. Thank you, Sergeant. I'm sorry to keep piling on the confusion.
Why he'd choose a guard at a women's prison to cheat on, I will never know. I guess it goes without saying that you're not allowed to tell anyone either. This could be very useful information to us. Who else knows about it?
You've already learned about Laura and her mysterious note. Charlie and his story going national. Jason thinking he knew Bruce better than anyone. The 16-year-long escapade, which I now know is still going strong. Fort Luthero's first murder. Is it me? The sister who read all the diaries?
You alright? Vixie mentioned something about a 16-year-long escapade. So, she knows about it. Maybe she actually saw them, but Sam and Tracy never knew about it. Damn it, damn it, damn it! This is exactly what Vixie was planning. She's luring me to visit her. She knows that the more vague she is, the more it'll get me to go and question her myself. What else did she say? Read the diaries. Like, found the secrets out. Ugh. This is what I'm talking about. So she basically knows everything we know and more. Crap. I really am gonna have to see her, aren't I? Let me call Sadie and get something set up for tomorrow. And let's get back to the station and give this to the lab ASAP. We don't need Charlie letting the killer onto our lead. I've got the lab techs working on this, and just to be absolutely safe, I've asked the results to be given to me before it even hits the paper. We can't trust anyone around here, and we need all the intel we can get.
Sergeant, detective.
What, Charlie? We're in the middle of an investigation right now.
How did Vixie like my article? I know we had them send one to the prison, so she can read it herself. How'd she react? She called it dry?
Are you okay, Charlie?
Yeah, I'm fine. I guess that's to be expected from the woman who looks at me as if I used her to get a promotion. The article isn't dry. How can anyone get any kind of information from her? In any case, that's not why I came over. Sergeant, we're about to have a huge problem.
What are you talking about?
I got a call from Initiation Broadcast Company. They want to send one of their national anchors to do a one-on-one with Vixie, considering the investigation has been opened. People are talking about her all over the place.
You've got to be kidding. With a national crew, this'll definitely chase the perp out without anyone noticing. How long do we have before they show up?
They plan on showing up this Saturday. The same day as the reunion.
Well, that's something at least. Charlie, I know you first broke this story and you want to be the one to continue it, but we need you for something else during that night. Head back to your station and call the national station back to get a crew out here for Saturday. The detective will make sure that Sadie is prepared and has enough staff to help. We'll take care of the rest and call you with what the next step is. We can only hope that at this point, my ambitions are correct. If it's not about getting fame, what if the connection we thought the cases had was something different? Sure, the murderers looked the same, but were they the same? You see where I'm going with this? Just call Sadie and let's get this thing going. We've got an interview to prep for.
Hey there, Sergeant. Detective. Listen, can I talk to you both really quick?
Sure thing, Nathan. You didn't have to come all the way down here, you know. I could meet you wherever you wanted.
I appreciate the gesture, but I was already heading over here, and honestly, I feel safer here than anywhere else right now.
I can imagine. How have you been holding up?
It's getting easier. Although, after this past week, I don't know how any of us could be calm. I'm alone in my home. I keep hearing things, and it's kind of keeping me on edge.
We're doing our best to keep everyone safe. If you need, you can always stay at my place for a while until the dust settles.
I appreciate it. Really. But it's not necessary. I just needed to see a friendly face after all this. I know it's awful that those 3 players are dead, but they were so vicious to me and so many other people, even at the party. That's why I left early. I just couldn't take it anymore and had to get out of there.
So, they bullied you in high school.
Not just me. A lot of people. Even their own team members. They formed their own little clique and decided that everyone else was not worthy enough. And did they let people know? People left school because of them. Some even filed restraining orders because they were so scared.
So what did they bully you about?
My parents were pretty poor, and my gear was really used, even down to my cleats. I was never embarrassed about it. I just hated that they thought it was funny. I mean, come on, I could still play better than them even in those shoes. I was even the strong safety on our team, and they still made fun of me.
Well, I'm sure you're not alone in not feeling sad about the deaths of these 3 players. I wouldn't go around saying it at the police station. Listen, how about we go to the diner for lunch? I think it's well deserved at this point. Come on, I'll drive.
Sure thing, Sergeant. Hey, Detective. Listen, I know you don't know me that well, but please don't think I'm actually happy those 3 are dead. Nothing good ever comes out of killing someone. We all can see it firsthand with what happened to Vixie. Although now I'm starting to realize that it might have been a huge mistake. I'll see you at the diner. If you see Vixie at some point, tell her that I'm sorry for not seeing her. And that if she's not out before, I'll try and go see her. Hey, Sergeant, wait up.